Well, it's already weekly wrap time, and as you can see, I'm still without my trusty sidekick, but the ship is still sailing while Sam is sunning himself up north, and there's been plenty going on. On Tuesday, just gone, we actually had two runners up at Newcastle and had a day out. We were very fortunate. Both runners were, well, not only winners, but highly impressive winners as well. First of all, it was Force Red over the 900 metres. Jason Collett on board. He flew the gates, showed his customary early speed and maintained that throughout, and kicked away in the last 200 metres and ran very, very slick times to post his first career win, which was fantastic to see and a great reward for all of his owners. Were a highly anticipated race, I guess it's fair to say, and lovely to see him salute a bit of an odds-on favourite there as well. So congratulations to all of his owners. Next start for Force Red will be in a few weeks' time in Stakes Company. So he's getting up to it quickly in the listed Brian Crowley Stakes at Royal Randwick in a few weeks' time. Our second runner too, is just the following race there at Newcastle, was Firm Agreement with Annabelle Neesham and Rob Archibald. He was having his start there, his second career start, this time over 1,500 metres, and Tom Sherry on board. Plan pre-race was to jump from the gates nice and positive, be forward and prominent in the run. That all went out the window as soon as the gates opened, and he missed the start and was straight out the back. So the good thing was Tom didn't panic, and he just kept him in a nice rhythm and then presented him at the right time early in the straight, and he showed a great turn of foot, a lot of tenacity, and sustained a long impressive run home to nab them just before the line. So congratulations to all of his owners as well. A big shout out to John Williams and Judy Gibson, who are owners in both of those horses. So they had a wonderful day out there at Newcastle, and great to see and celebrate that with you. That horse, Firm Agreement, he also is quite likely going to go to Stakes Company next start as well, off the back of that impressive win. And that'll be Saturday week in the Group 3 Gloaming Stakes is his possible next target. So exciting times ahead for both sets of owners there. Looking forward, well, first of all, Newcastle tomorrow. We have Zoo Beauty entered to run over the 900 metres there. Drawn barrier 13 though, so not ideal. But Heavy van der Hoven is on board. He knows her well. This is a filly who has an abundance of speed, there's no doubt about it, but she just hasn't learnt how to use that yet. So it's a real education process for her. And there is an alternative race for her at Orange on Thursday over the 1,000 metres. And so we've just got to weigh up those options and try and pick the best first up assignment for her. Then we have at Mudgee on Saturday as well, Global Miss going around over the 1,400 metres. Ellen Hennessy on board and Barrier 1, which is nice to see come up for her. I think the 1,400 metres is going to be more to her liking, so I'd like to think she could be quite competitive there in that race. It should be a nice race for her. Then we'll move to Royal Randwick tomorrow as well, and we have Marzu going around over the 1,200 metres in the Premier Stakes. He was very impressive first up in the shorts, and he finished third, and a close third at that on a good dry deck. So probably the best he's returned for some time in that particular race, and I think that puts him in good stead for another really good performance tomorrow at Randwick. Obviously, it's a red hot field, a number of Everest type horses, some of the best sprinters going around in that field. But he has shown that whilst we're going to get a dry track again, unfortunately, it was originally forecast for some heavy rain, but that's all just disappeared, which is a real shame for him. But going to be a good dry deck again. But I do expect him to run really well, but as I expect also a number of the others to run very well. So it's going to be a very interesting race and a good yardstick to let us know where he's at. Then we move down to Flemington tomorrow. There's a lot happening tomorrow. Flemington, we've got Revolutionary Miss in the Kingston, or the Rosa Kingston Stakes over 1400 metres. She too was very impressive first up over the 1200 metres at Caulfield a couple of weeks back, and she finished third but gave that a real good shake in a trip that's a tad short of her best. And tomorrow she steps up to the 1400 metres. She's drawn well. Mark Zahra on board. I think she's going to be a good winning chance tomorrow. No doubt she should be fighting out the finish, so let's hope she gets the better of them. She's a very classy mare, and Kieran and his team have done a really good job with her, and she'll be ready to go, no doubt. Then on Monday we have Sir Artie nominated at Warwick Farm. Looking forward to this bloke going around. There is the alternative for him though on Kensington on Wednesday as well, another 1400 metre race. So again, we just need to assess and try and pick the right race for him. But either way, I think he's going to be a good winning chance. He's just going really well, this horse. He's in a good vein of form, won very impressively last start, and it's just a matter of, well, we've got the dry deck for him now. Which is exactly what he wants, and yeah, he's a classy horse, and I think he's going to be a good winning chance in whichever race he runs in as well. Another horse with a couple of options coming up is Zoo Prince. He's down for Warwick Farm as well on Monday over the 1100 metres. Tyler Schiller aboard. He's also got another option at Hawkesbury on Thursday. Again, 1100 metres. So we will assess those couple of options before we finalise, but he's going really well. This will be his first up run off the back of a couple of very nice trials, and I think he's going to be a good each way chance as well in his race, whichever one we go for. Then on Thursday at Hawkesbury as well, we've got another horse, Pieronimo, who's going to be having his first attempt over 1800 metres. In his previous races, it has been highly suggested that he'll appreciate the 1800, that extra journey. He's a big, long, striding horse, and look, you never know until you try him, but very much suggested that he will appreciate that extra distance, and I expect him to run very nicely in that race as well. So yeah, a lot of runners coming up, a busy week ahead, but wishing you all the best of luck to all the owners. Now, red hot tip time. Last week was a case of close, but not close enough. I had 4 tips last weekend for 1 scratching and 3 second placings, all behind nose. So agonisingly close. Sam also had a second placing there with Amelia's Jewel. So really a weekend of close but no cigar, unfortunately. But this week, let's see if we can go just that little bit better. And we've got a few options for you. First of all, I'm going at Randwick. I've got 3 there. I've got race 4, Swift Falcon with Jay Ford on board. I think he's a good winning chance. Race 6, Snow in May with Karen McAvoy, who's been riding particularly well of late. Another good winning chance there. And race 8, Future History. I think Zach Waddick will be shooting for his first Group 1 win for the young apprentice, who's been riding really well as well. And I think that horse, Future History, is a good each way chance. So hopefully there's something for you there. Sam, as always, he didn't want to miss out on the red hot tips, so he has sent his tips through. He's at Randwick as well for a couple of them. Race 4, he's got Interjection, 14-1, so he's going with his usual trend of trying to find a bit of value. Race 10, Ostraka, who's a little bit shorter. And then Flemington, race 5, Bodyguard. All for the win. And yeah, hopefully amongst them, what have we got? We've got about 6 different tips. So hopefully there's a bit of luck for you there if you're following our tips. But look, in the meantime, weather's fantastic, racing's fantastic. Have a wonderful weekend.